Remember the 2,152 crore rupees by way of Samagra Shiksha Funds that the centre said it was denying the government of Tamil Nadu simply because the state did not accept its proposed National Education Policy or NEP? Well, as it turns out, the state of Tamil Nadu is all set to bear the cost of those funds from its own accounts. At least that's the announcement coming in from the State Finance Minister Thangam Tennarasu, who made the statement on the floor of the Tamil Nadu Assembly on the occasion of the state budget. But that wasn't the only big headline emerging from Tamil Nadu's state budget. Before we take a snapshot of all that the state FM made by way of announcements, let's take a look at some of the key statistics that emerged from Finance Minister Thangam Tennarasu's second ever budget speech. First up, gross state domestic product or GSDP is up in Tamil Nadu, 14.49% this fiscal versus 13.71% last year. Revenue deficit is increased, and that's not great news for the state. It comes at about 46,468 or 46,648 crore rather as far as this fiscal is concerned versus 45,000 odd crore rupees last year. But the good news, however, is that the FM projects it to plummet to just about 41,000 crore rupees in FY26. The debt to GSDP ratio has shown a downward trend despite the overall debt of the state going up or projected to rise to about 9.29 lakh crore rupees in FY26. It still remains at about 26.43% this fiscal, projected to marginally decrease to about 26.07% in FY26. But the good news is that the number is well within the 15th Finance Commission's threshold limit of 28.7 crore rupees. Fiscal deficit has also shown a downward trend. It comes to about 3.26% by way of its ratio to GSDP for this fiscal and is projected to go down to just about 3% as its ratio to GSDP come FY26. Some key announcements by way of Finance Minister Thangam Tennarasu's budget. First up, the big one, 10,500 crore rupees has been set aside for Chennai's Metro Rail Phase 2 or its expansion plan, which will cover about 119 kilometers. Remember, the big ticket infra project is in the heart of a storm between centre and state by way of who should pick up the tab for the funding of the project itself. The 10,500 crore rupee allotment this year comes on the back of 12,000 crore rupees that the Tamil Nadu budget allocated for this project last fiscal or the last budget. But that's not all. 500 crore rupees has been set aside by way of a semiconductor project in the state that it hopes, or Tamil Nadu hopes to have ready by 2030 in the city of Coimbatore in 2 different campuses. 2,938 crore rupees has been set aside towards airport expansions in Chennai, Trichy, Madurai and Coimbatore, even as a brand new airport in Rameshwaram is all set to be constructed. But in keeping with the Tamil Nadu government's infrastructure development measures, the city of Hosur has been earmarked towards making it a GCC hub, much like what has happened in Chennai in the recent past, with the FM announcing that there are plans in place to attract big ticket companies to set up GCC hubs in Hosur, thereby boosting both the IT and the R&D infrastructure in the city. So that's a wrap up of some of the key announcements and statistics that came the way of the Tamil Nadu budget this fiscal.
Thanks for tuning in to CNBC TV 18, and for more news and updates, follow us on all the social media platforms.